Hey everyone, this is Brian Dinkel with Brian Dinkel Homes. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the pros and cons of selling your house to a real estate investor. Now, more than likely, if you've lived in the Kansas City metro area for very long, you've probably come across some of those signs that are stuck along the side of the road or even nailed to stop signs or light posts or whatever that say, "We buy ugly houses," or "We will pay cash for your home," or something like, we want to buy your house. In fact, you might have even got an email from somebody or received a postcard or something like that. And all this is it's real estate investors that are trying to find houses that they can buy at a discount from people that might need a little bit of help selling their home. And these companies a lot of times do provide a lot of value to certain people, but they are not for everyone. I know that whenever I was first getting started and I sold my first primary residence, one of the things that I thought was maybe it would be a good idea to sell my house to these people, but that was until I realized that it wasn't something that was going to work out for me in that situation. So what I'd like to do today is spend just a couple of minutes going through some of the good and the bad about working with these people. So stay tuned and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's spend a couple of minutes going over some of the pros that go along with selling your house to these real estate investment companies. One of the best things about selling your house to these companies is that most of the time it is really fast. Some of these companies can close in as little as 7 days, sometimes faster. A lot of them pay cash, which means that they don't have to go through underwriting at the bank or anything like that. They just do a quick title search through the title company, and if everything clears and all the papers are signed, it closes very fast. So speed is always a positive with these companies, and depending on your situation, that could be a good thing. Another pro is that your house is guaranteed to sell. When these guys come in and make an offer and the contract is signed, it is guaranteed that it's going to sell as long as the terms and everything like that work out in their favor. One of the other pros is that if you're trying to sell your house and you're trying to save on real estate commissions and you don't want to pay a real estate agent the commissions that they typically get whenever they sell a home, a lot of times people like to try to do for sale by owner. And if you've ever dealt with for sale by owner trying to sell your own home, sometimes that can be a real challenge. So this will allow you to still sell your home, avoid those real estate commissions, and still get it sold pretty quick without having to mess with the paperwork or anything like that comes with for sale by owner. So those are a few of the pros. These guys are there to, obviously they're trying to make a profit, but they can help a lot of people out in situations when they really have no other options. Sometimes situations like people getting a divorce, people facing foreclosure, maybe you inherited a house that you weren't expecting to get and you need to get rid of it quickly. These guys can come in and many times help you out with your situation. So those are just a few of the pros of working with the investors. And now I'd like to take a couple of minutes and talk about some of the cons with working with these real estate investors. All right, well, some of the cons that come with working with real estate investors is one of the things that kind of shocks a lot of people whenever they work with these companies is that you're not going to get anywhere close to what you expect to get out of your house. And the reason is that because that comes with a trade-off. Let's say you have a house that needs a lot of work. Well, these guys are going to come in and they're going to try to buy your house at a discount. A lot of times, usually probably 50 to 70% less than what the retail value of the home might be on the open market. Reason being, they're going to come in, they're going to update the house, they're going to put a lot of money and time into it, and depending on what their exit strategy is, maybe they want to flip the house or maybe they're wanting to rent it out, they need to make sure that there's enough room in there that they're able to make a profit, because you have to remember that this is a business. But like I said, one of the cons is that you're more than likely going to get a lot less than you would if you had listed it with a real estate agent and put it on the market. Another one of the cons is that there are a lot of investors out there that they are not trying to create win-win situations for them and the people that they're they're buying houses from. They're just trying to make a profit. They're looking out for their own good, and a lot of these guys don't really care what happens to you if you do sell them your house. They're just trying to create a situation that works in their favor. So if you do decide that you want to work with one of these guys, spend some time doing some research and make sure that this is going to be a win-win situation for both of you, because they're running a business and you have your own financial interests to look out for. Don't just assume that they're in your corner and they're there to help you out. One of the things that I think that you should probably do before you decide that you want to sell your house to one of the We Buy Houses companies here in the Kansas City area is spend some time doing research. There are literally hundreds of people out there that say that they want to buy your house for cash, or that they can close fast, or they have all of this experience or whatever, and unfortunately a lot of them are just kind of blowing smoke. They really don't have any experience, and a lot of them can't close. They couldn't close even if they wanted to. So they're just hoping to get a deal. They're hoping to possibly, find a way that they can somehow make some money off of these things. And that's not always a bad thing, but you need to make sure that you're doing your research and that you're looking at your best options. Another thing that I would do if I was in your shoes and I was considering selling to an investor, I would also speak with a real estate agent first. Speak with someone that understands the investing side of the real estate business. Maybe there is a chance that you could list your house on the MLS and make a lot more money off of it doing it that way. The way the market is in Kansas City right now, things are going pretty fast, and if your house is priced right, you might be able to sell it just as fast as you could to an investor, and still make more money. Talk to somebody that is going to have your best interest in mind. A real estate agent's job is to look out for their clients, and if you find an investor that has experience, if you find an agent that has experience on the investing side and understands how the We Buy Houses companies work, they can help you out. And maybe after you speak with a real estate agent, that agent might tell you, yeah, selling your house to one of these investors is probably your best bet, because if your house is in really bad shape, or you really need to sell in a week or something like that, an investor might be the way to go. But take your time if you have it. Spend a little bit of time doing your research, doing your due diligence, and more than likely you'll find a solution to your problem and be able to come out on top. My name is Brian Dinkle, and if you have any questions about selling your house to an investor, or working with a real estate agent, or even purchasing investment property in the Kansas City area, please give me a call. The easiest way to get a hold of me is to go to briandinkelhomes.com. Thanks a lot.